Welcome to Keto on the Couch with Rachel and Joe, the Animal Planet edition.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are two crazy ketos.
And this is Grayson, this is Tabitha, and that is Boaz, who is our guest for the week. Now here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like product reviews. We talk about various keto topics. We do recipe videos. And then once a week, we sit down on the couch for Keto on the Couch. We just kind of talk about what's going on in our lives for the week.
You can find us on all different kinds of social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we also have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com. And that's where you will find like all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week. So make sure you're subscribed to our channel.
Don't forget to hit the little bell icon. And that way, every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
So obviously this week, we are like Animal Planet.
It's Noah's Ark.
Yeah. And don't forget, there's 2 more cats that aren't in this picture right now.
Oh, no, they're napping. They're very busy.
But it's very interesting having a guest dog in our house this week because he's not quite used to a parrot who pretty much has free range. I mean, he stays in his cage, which is absolutely huge. It takes up like a whole quarter of my office. But the cage is always open, and every once in a while he decides to jump down and just gallivant through the house.
He does, and we're also spending a great deal of time just like consoling Tabitha and
who's very jealous.
Letting her, as you can see, just letting her know that like she's super special and that that a house guest in no way reflects how we feel about her.
Yes. So let's do this. Let's try to get rid of some of these animals for this video.
Yes.
And we will be right back to talk about how our week's been going. Okay, I'm back. Animal free.
Oh, we've got one.
We've got this one. You're not getting rid of this one.
No.
And I'm going to apologize right now because as I sat down, I noticed that the audio recorder that we usually use with the microphones that are over our head, the card was protected, so it didn't record our intro. So sorry about the very first part that is kind of echoey probably. I don't know, but I'm almost guaranteeing it's echoey.
There's always some sort of technical difficulty.
It's because we're always in a rush. We're like, oh, we have 10 minutes, you know?
Let's do this.
In the case of Keto on the Couch, we have an hour.
That's right.
We are going to try our hardest to not make this one an hour.
I feel like you're jinxing us. Every single time we promise that, it gets longer.
Well, let's jump into our week. So, I didn't have a great week.
Why?
Well, aside from the fact, like, issues at work, like, including the fact that it looks like I have a blown main seal on my mower, which is, like, 15 years old, and, like, the company's, like, half bankrupt, so, like, if the engine goes, that's fine. It's a Kohler engine, and you can get parts.
Okay.
But the mower itself, if a part breaks, like the hydros, it's, like, a huge expense, like $2,000.
Wow.
So, like, I'm trying to make this decision of, like, do I pump $500 to $700 into repairing an engine where the main part of the mower goes? Like, it was a waste of my money. So I don't know what we're gonna do there yet. I don't know. Buying a new mower, that's like $9,000 to $10,000.
That's very scary.
That's very scary. But it's kind of silly to pump like $1,000 to $2,000 into a mower that's 15 years old, and if a main part goes, we're in trouble. So, but that's not even really why I had a bad week. So we had some good videos this week.
I think we had some fun videos.
We did the bar review. Them. Yeah, we did the bar review. But that bar review kind of messed with me. That was like more like than I'm used to, like with all the IMO fibers. Even though we only had little pieces, it just affected me.
Did it really?
Yeah, I haven't been feeling super great after eating all those multiple types of bars. And then, you know, we had a lot going on because we kind of have like a free week. You have a very light week of work because your brother is gone doing MegaCon.
So
we don't have any shipping.
You're in solidarity.
Yeah, I'm in solidarity. But yesterday I had a football game. So our food was kind of like jacked all over the place this week, right? It was our anniversary, like
yes.
11 years.
High five.
High five. Somebody loved the fact your comment was, well, you guys have a really good standard of like, no cops called to your marriage.
Yeah, that's like when the kids say, what do you want for Mother's Day? And I'm like, I want nobody hooked on drugs. I want nobody in jail. I want nobody like got someone pregnant. And then I think it was like 2 years ago, Anthony goes, we got you that last year. And I'm like, you can get me that every year.
Right. So, but because like I had a football game and because it was our anniversary, we just decided we didn't go off keto. Like,
no.
I mean, I've never actually gone off of keto in 2.5 years, but we like ate a little bit more than we usually do. Like we kind of like went back to net carbs for that day. Like we ate pizza, we ate dessert. We did the bar review on the same day.
Yeah, we weren't going to eat anything after the bars.
We did the muffins on the same day.
Oh my gracious.
So like that was kind of a
no
jacked up
wonder
day.
You feel
yeah, that was kind of a
wonky.
jacked up day. I was probably closer to like 30 or 40 carbs that day, which isn't bad, but by the time you're all done, it's not what I'm used to.
It was a tasty day.
It was a tasty day. And then last night I had a football game and I was like driving home and I was with Anthony. I was like, I just don't feel like going home and cooking. It's like 9 o'clock at night. So we stopped and got Chipotle,
Mm-hmm.
which again, we kept it keto.
Yeah.
But that was a lot more food than I'm used to eating.
Oh.
Like I had that bowl. We had a bowl with double meat and guacamole and over lettuce. What else did I have in there? The fajita vegetables, cheese, sour cream, and a little bit of the salsa.
You got guacamole. Did
yeah,
you
I
say
said guacamole, but it was like way more than I'm used to eating in a sitting. And I got the hot salsa.
Yes, you did get the hot sauce.
No, you had the medium.
I don't know. Some snuck over into my bowl.
No, you had the medium. I had the hot. So take yours and amp it up a little bit.
Great day. How'd you even eat it?
It was great going down, but it's not so great coming out.
TMI.
It wouldn't be a keto on the couch without TMI.
Well,
how about your week? I know you posted some stuff on like our Facebook group.
Yeah, well, obviously, first of all, I want to say that like I'm sorry that you aren't feeling so great in response to all of the additional food we ate, but we got to eat a lot of additional food, and that made me
so
really
much,
happy.
But honestly, I'm feeling like so kind of like not optimal that like tomorrow, Anthony and I have a lacrosse tournament. We have like I think we have 8 games, so I'm making tomorrow's a keto brick day. I'm gonna do a brick and some beef. That's what I'm doing tomorrow.
Wow.
So no carbs tomorrow, other than whatever's in the brick.
That's not terrible. Well, I was having a challenge last week with water retention.
Yep.
And so Anthony had gotten me that big water bottle for Mother's Day, and I thought, all right, I'm gonna put it to good use because I hate the kids spending money on me, period. So I'm like, if they did it, I want to make sure that I use it. So, but I knew that I am terrible about drinking water. I don't like plain water. And so I thought I need to have some incentives for every little bit of water that I drank.
Right.
So I just used an old dry erase calendar, and because it had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on it. And I just, for every bottle of water that I consumed, I got to have like an attaboy, like good job, keep going, girl.
Yeah, you're doing great.
But, so it wound up being 200 ounces of water a day because it's a 40-ounce bottle.
But you're not really drinking 200 ounces of water. I know a lot of people said, but you're
Some
filling
ice.
that thing all the way up with ice, and then when it's empty, I mean, that thing keeps ice for like 24 hours. So you're never actually drinking a full 40 ounces. You're probably, when you add in all the ice and then refilling it,
well, even
probably
so,
closer to 30. No, that's a good thing.
There was no magic number. It was just a case of, it's a 40-ounce bottle.
Fill it up.
And each square on my calendar, there was 5 squares. So there you go, 200 ounces it is. But what was wild to me is Monday, I did 200 ounces, and like I go to bed Monday night and I'm like, I barely peed today.
Yeah, you came to me and like, I'm not peeing. Like, how
Is
am I
this
not
bad?
peeing when I'm drinking all this water?
And I didn't feel weird or bloated or anything. I thought, oh my gosh, I must be like pretty like lacking in water.
You literally like, it's weird, right? You give yourself water, and then all of a sudden when you're not peeing, like you start peeing, but you literally like the next day, like I can see bloat off of you.
Yeah, it was like,
and it's like
4
weird,
pounds.
right? Like, wait a second, I'm holding water. If I give myself more water,
yeah,
why am I not going to hold more water? But it's not how our body works. It's when you're not giving your body enough water, it just starts going like, I'm going to hold on to everything.
That was crazy.
And it held on to it until it knew that you were going to give it water for a while.
Yeah.
But I just don't want people to, because I noticed a couple people in our Facebook group saying like, you're drinking too much water. That's why I said, you're like, it's not that you're probably getting closer to like 130 ounces because Rachel fills that cup we don't even have any ice left in the house, right? 2 ice makers, and like you scoop that thing so full of ice, and because you want it cold.
And
you're
if
like
I get another incentive chart, the amount will change also. I just need to get an incentive chart with 4 squares a day on it.
Yeah.
And I'm good.
So I think you're doing really good. Oh, and also, not for nothing, you were probably drinking 200 ounces of coffee before.
Yeah, so there's another dynamic that's changed. I am drinking a cup of coffee now, but I've only had about like 2 cups of coffee a day.
2 of these cups.
Yes.
As opposed to like literally like she would drink, we
have
the 24 ounce like tumblers, stainless steel tumblers that we take to Wawa and stuff. You were drinking like 6 to 8 of those a day. And so I'm no kidding. I mean, you probably drink close to 200 ounces of coffee on average. That's why I've been like kind of getting on you like, hey, let's do like a coffee fast for 24 to 48 hours. Just kind of reboot your system.
So I haven't gone cold turkey on the coffee, but
you did really well.
Definitely cut back.
And I think that I think you're noticing it's like starting to like 1 or 2 cups now kind of affects you.
I feel perky in the morning with my first cup of coffee. And yeah, it's almost like later on I just do it as like a treat.
Right.
How did black coffee become a treat?
We still need to get a new coffee maker. I know we're almost out of Keurigs, right? We're almost out of the K-Cups. And right now you are using some antique like coffee maker that only does like makes like basically enough to fill this up, and it takes like 10 minutes for it to brew. I'm like, I am getting a new coffee maker. I think I know which one I want, but it's missing one feature, but I can't find a coffee maker that has all the features I want.
I don't know. I really want also, in addition, the one my mom has, which is kind of an old-fashioned one. I mean, it may take a little bit of time to find it, but it's just like a stovetop one.
Oh, I can find those in a heartbeat, but again,
coffee.
we want something that is quick. So right now we have the Keurig. I don't remember the model number, but it's basically what like you would find if you go to a gas station in like a waiting area.
Feeds off the water line.
Or where we actually found it originally. We didn't buy it there, but that's where we found it, was Bed Bath & Beyond, where they give you all the samples of the coffee, where it's hooked up to a water line and you can choose all your different sizes. That's what we have. Like Rachel is such a coffee drinker. I bought her a commercial Keurig.
And I used it, baby.
And you used it. So, but I love the fact that it's hooked up to the water line. It's got a water line with a filter on it. And because of that, it was like at any time you could just go out and get your coffee. You don't have to wait for the water to heat up and brew. So I really do want a coffee maker that's got like instant. Like you just go in and you press the button and you've got coffee. And so I've been looking for one that can do either a full carafe or a half a carafe, or you can do like an 8-ounce cup, or you can do a 12-ounce cup. So you can choose all of your sizes. So I found that, but I can't find one that hooks up to a water line that has all the other features.
So if anybody out there finds one.
Yeah.
Help a girl out.
My ideal coffee maker would be one that can do it in multiple sizes or a carafe and doesn't look like ugly. I mean, it's got to sort of look nice.
I don't know. Do you think our decorating bar is really high?
It's my kitchen.
But
I really want one that can hook up to a water line. I've found a bunch of them that hook up to the water line, but they only cook like either a pot or like one like 8-ounce. I found it does like a 6-ounce cup, but it's only 5 inches high, which means now if you want to fill up like your tumbler, you have to make like 3 or 4. So I'm right now, I think we're narrowed down to the Ninja coffee bar system.
Oh, you're this is like coming out like you're
that's
actually
the one I'm
it.
still looking to see if I can find something better, but right now that's the one I'm looking at, is the Ninja coffee bar.
Well,
so if anybody's got the Ninja coffee bar, I know my sister has it.
Okay.
But that's the one I'm really looking at. It's got like a thermal carafe and it's got like a little scoop thing, and you don't even have to use paper filters. It's got like the cones and everything. And it's got one just for, you can do whatever size you want. It even does like cold brew tea and cold brew coffee.
I'm getting excited. So something I started this week also is bike riding.
Yes, I got Rachel a bicycle for our anniversary. It was funny. I was like on my way out the door with Anthony. I said, Anthony's like, where are we going? I'm like, we're going to get mommy an anniversary present. He's like, what are you getting? I'm like, I'm going to get a bicycle. And he was like,
so
okay.
Random.
You've been talking about like you wanted to get out and like exercise your calves and your thighs and build up the muscle there.
There is zero chance of me going to the gym.
Right. So you're like, I want to build a muscle. I'm like, well, do bike riding, right? So I was like, I'm going to go get her a bicycle. She's going to love this. She could take Tabitha out for rides. And so Rachel walks in as I'm walking out. She's like, well, I want to go. But I didn't tell her what I was doing. So we're like in Walmart. First we were in BJ's and Costco, and I'm looking at the bicycles in there. And I think you didn't say anything,
Oh,
but
I didn't
I
have
think
any
you were
idea.
kind of scratching your head like, why are you looking at a
No,
bicycle?
I did not
That
notice
one
it
in
till
Costco,
Walmart.
they had a white one.
I didn't notice it till Walmart.
And so then, we went into
I
Walmart,
was like,
and
"Why are
I'm
you
looking
looking
at
at a
bicycles. She's like, why are
bicycle?"
you looking at bicycles? And I'm like, oh, I'm getting you one for your anniversary, which was the next day.
Yeah.
And I was glad I brought you because you picked out a complete Rachel bicycle.
I did.
It
We
is
should
a
put a picture up.
Margaritaville bicycle. I will put a picture of it here. But I mean, it just screams Rachel's personality and taste.
He was picking out like one that was like black, no basket.
Not black, but like colors. But yeah, I mean, she's like, I want one with a horn. I'm like, why? And I want one with a little rack on the back. I'm like, are you planning on like putting something like delivering newspapers or something?
Possibly. You know, we're always into a side hustle.
So, but no. So are you enjoying that thing?
I'm loving it. I'm looking forward to maybe tanning a bit. I need to take that bicycle out like during the day. It's nice to ride it around the neighborhood at night. Boaz fit.
Did you put Boaz in the basket?
He fits perfectly in
Your
the basket.
mother's gonna kill you when she finds out you're riding a bicycle with Boaz in the basket.
Oh, I already sent her a photo because I'm not get me in
Get it
trouble
out
now. But he loved it. He could survey his kingdom.
Maybe I'll have to consider getting one. We can start going on bike rides together.
Let's get a tandem bike and then we can bike at the same time.
Yeah, no.
That is so not us, right? Like, that would be terrible. My mom asked if she could start riding her bike, and I was like, no.
No, she's not allowed to ride a bicycle.
She will fall. She's not super coordinated. This has nothing to do with age. This is her, and this is why I trip a lot, but I don't fall off my bicycle yet. So I can still ride a bike.
So yeah, other than that, like I said, I don't even really have pictures of our food. We had such a bland week. We ate burgers, we ate the Chipotle, we made pizza. So we didn't
hate on it. It was delicious.
We didn't do our pizza sauce review though. We ran out of time to do that.
Oh,
we have to do that.
We
will do that next week. No, I didn't use that
okay.
pizza sauce. It's still sitting on my desk. So we will do that next week.
I was gonna say, boy, that if we did use that pizza sauce, it tasted a lot like the marinara one from Aldi's.
Yeah.
Because it was the marinara one from Aldi.
Speaking of products, I found this new product I am super excited about. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I bought it.
What is it?
It's called Anthony's Heavy Cream Powder.
Now, we have bought Anthony's.
I buy a lot of Anthony stuff because they have good organic products.
We bought his cocoa powder.
Yeah. We use their cocoa powder. We use their coconut flour.
Did you start buying it because we have a child named Anthony?
No, they make good products. But yeah, so this is basically powdered heavy cream.
That's interesting.
I've got some ideas.
1 carbohydrate.
Yeah, 1 carbohydrate. But again, and that's in a tablespoon of the powder.
Yeah.
So remember, heavy cream actually has like a half a carb in a serving and a tablespoon of like liquid.
Yeah, but this is going to be more concentrated.
This is going to be much more concentrated. So it actually says on the back, it's like populous among travelers, the shelf-stable and convenient heavy cream powder is a 72% butterfat content.
Wow.
It leads to a rich flavor and creamy mouthfeel to baked goods and beverages. I've got some ideas for baking with it. And even like an ice cream. Like in the Vitamix and ice cream.
Yes.
Because usually you'd use milk, and now if you put ice cubes in this, like that would be like a thicker ice cream. So that's what I'm planning on with it.
All right.
It says Anthony's heavy cream powder can be directly added to baked goods, cream soups, sauces, and smoothies, or it could be reconstituted with water to have heavy cream.
Huh.
It contains only 1 ingredient, sweet cream solids, no fillers, no free-flowing agents, and no preservatives.
That is kind of awesome.
And this whole bag was only $9.
That's got to be cheaper than buying creamer.
I'm telling you, that's why I'm thinking about. So the only thing it does say, it says if you're using it as a creamer, mix the heavy cream powder with a small amount of water before you add it to your coffee to tea to prevent it from clumping. But if you're going to use like a little blender or a frother, you probably don't have to.
Well, here's the thing too.
It only just came today.
You know what that'd be cool? Is you could use your Zip Fizz containers to store that and take it with you if you're like on the go.
That's a good idea.
High five.
High five. So it says to make 1 cup of heavy cream, you add a half a cup of this powder to 1 cup of water with a mixer.
Huh.
So
that's a neat
I'm very interested about this. So just that the macros on this is 1 tablespoon of the powder is 45 calories. It is 4 grams of fat. It is less than 1 gram of protein and 1 total carbohydrate.
Well, let's decide
so,
now. Though.
So if you figure, though, if a tablespoon of this is going to make 2 tablespoons, right? Because a half a cup of the heavy cream powder to 1 cup of water. So you would add 1 tablespoon of this to 2 tablespoons of water. You would have, that's the same as buying heavy cream.
Huh. That's really neat. But let's decide right now that if we're going to...
Rachel can't use this?
No, Rachel's going to use that. If we can...
So I have to hide this so Rachel doesn't overdo it in her coffee.
Probably. Okay. If we travel with this, it needs to stay in the bag because I'm sure this is going to look just like we're just traveling with straight up cocaine.
You want to open this?
You know that's what it is.
I'm afraid it's going to open up.
And then...
Like that.
Yeah. Be sweet with it. Oh, yeah.
It's only me that's ever going to use it. Oh, you can't complain about that.
Wow.
That's like, it almost is like powdered butter.
Wow, that is heavy cream. That's just heavy cream.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I was just browsing through Amazon. Like, I am dangerous with it. I'm more dangerous with Amazon than I am with QVC.
You're shifting your QVC time.
You didn't see one of the comments from last week from Ann N, right?
What's up?
Okay, I'm just making sure she had written something like, it's in our comments thing.
Okay.
But I responded to it. I'm glad you didn't see the response. So.
No, wait. I think I did see the response because I think I answered like, wait, what? Is it about like the lock and locks?
Yes. So
Can
anything
I turn
else
my
this
back
week?
for a second.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Second to last episode. Okay, right now I'm going to tell you we're going to talk about this for like 1 minute.
Okay.
So if you are a Game of Thrones fan and haven't seen last week's Game of Thrones, I will put a thing right here on the bottom of the screen. Jump to this time because we may have a spoiler. So, but just a minute. Like, that was a good episode.
The last episode was excellent. We've got one more coming.
Dany went mad queen.
She absolutely did.
People are pissed.
I know.
I mean, when you go on the internet with Game of Thrones, people, I mean, either everybody loves it or they hate it. They are so pissed that, like, she is, like, gone from this person who you thought, like, everybody was rooting for. I want her to be the queen. And now it's like, somebody kill her.
I know. And Cersei died, like, very uneventfully for my taste.
Yeah, I really wanted that to be a lot worse.
I didn't know how much more hurtful you could... I mean, that sounds terrible being like, she didn't die hard enough. But
and I really wanted Jaime to end up with Brienne.
Me too.
Brienne of Tar.
Tear.
So, I was, like, such a sad way for him to die, considering, like, you know, he became, over the last few seasons, this great guy that you were rooting for. You're like, wow, he's got a heart.
Well, then it's not surprising that he had a heart all the way to the end. He reminds you of like the real Renaissance type of knight, right? That was like chivalrous and like loving and doing things for the woman, whether there was like love reciprocated or not.
Right.
That was kind of their thing. Like no matter what, they would like wear the colors of their kingdom.
Right.
And, you know, you think about like Lancelot and Guinevere and all that kind of stuff. And he really lived up to that. You know,
I was just hoping he was going to be the one to kill Cersei. That's what I really was hoping for. He was going to go back and kill her.
So it's Friday.
Uh-huh.
Sunday's the last episode.
Right.
Who's going to be sitting on that throne on Monday morning?
Predictions. I think it's going to be Jon Snow will be sitting there.
Okay.
I'm kind of hoping he kills Dany.
Boy, we're hateful, aren't we? But it's true.
I don't like her anymore.
I know.
I don't like her. Now, if you do go back and look at all the old... I mean, she always was killing people. Just like...
It's just that...
It was in the name of freedom.
I was going to say it was just at times we were rooting for the people she was killing. And now we are no longer... We are out of people to root for to die. Now everybody we want to save.
You know who I'd love to see there? Obviously, it's not going to happen. Would be Tyrion.
Aww.
But I think he's going to die too.
You think so?
Yeah. He's probably my favorite character through the whole thing.
I love him. I think I'd like to see him be the one that finishes off Dany. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. It would have been nice for him to kill Cersei too.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. But she would have never let him close enough to her. I think it's going to be Jon Snow.
You think it'll be Jon Snow?
Also. Although Arya I'd be fine with that too.
Yep.
But I don't think she would want to stick around in any one place long enough to rule it.
Right. So I think we've talked about Game of Thrones enough. Everybody's bored now. You want to do our comments?
Yes.
Let's just get through comments. Oh, subscriber of the week first, right?
Oh, yeah.
Subscriber of the week. Oh, before we even get the subscriber of the week, We still do not have 125 likes on last week's Keto on the Couch.
Apparently nobody wants $50.
Nobody wants a $50 gift card to Outback. So if you haven't seen it or if you saw it and didn't hit the like button, go back over and check. Because once we get 125 likes, if you leave a comment, we're going to give away a $50 Outback gift card. We will mail it to you that day.
Yeah.
So go ahead and go do that. Okay, so subscriber of the week, Katie Walters, and that's from our Facebook group, and I think on YouTube it's KD, right?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what she wrote. I wish I could create a cool collage, but I am seriously inept with that stuff.
Me too.
Began my sugar detox mid-September and went into keto OMAD lifestyle beginning in October of 2018. I'm down 55 pounds and never going to look back.
Awesome.
I'm off Nexium for GERD and Advil from migraines and arthritis as of December 1st. Congratulations.
So amazing.
It is awesome when you get to drop the medicines.
Yeah.
So she said, I'm loving my keto life and I love the community found in Facebook and YouTube. Thanks to Two Crazy Ketos for kicking this family off. Note the photo to the right. We've got some photos going up here right now. The photo to the right is from Mother's Day with my mama and two of my grandbabies.
Gorgeous family.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful.
Awesome.
So excited. I want to call her KD, right? Is that how she
comments on like all of our videos? She's
so awesome. Thank you so much for joining our family. And we're just really excited. I'm with you. The weight loss is awesome. Like that's amazing. That's a real super success. But just knowing you feel good and you're off medicines that you were having to be dependent on before, that's the greatest victory in my belief. So thank you for making us a part of your week.
So you ready?
Yes.
So I kind of tried to do this a little bit different. Like I did like copy and paste because we're putting them up on the video. So hopefully I can actually read them because usually I type them all out.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so the first comment from Pursue Asian. I love watching your fun personality come through on your videos. Thank you for sharing your relatable keto life with us.
Thank you.
Hello, Alicia.
Hi, Alicia.
Y'all should definitely do a live keto on the couch. That would be like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine what will come out of our mouths.
It'd be like Titanic in length, right? We'd be like, one more thing.
We can think it. We'll try. Let's experiment with a regular live stream first, just like a short one. Shelly Long, is that the real Shelly Long?
No, it's Sherry. But you
is
don't
it
have your
Sherry?
glasses on.
Oh, I don't have my. Oh, there we go. Oh, I can zoom in.
Hi, Sherry.
I've noticed so many health benefits to include a huge decrease in my allergy symptoms as well. Thank you for sharing with us. You guys rock. Yeah, because like my allergies have gone way down.
I'm glad that she's experiencing that
I was not expecting that.
No.
So
really, sugar feeds everything.
Yep.
Every disease seems to have like some enjoy sugar.
Yeah. Lindsay Schruff.
Hi, Lindsay.
I would enjoy a live YouTube video. I also had to ban myself from QVC.
Wow. I can't imagine.
Rachel's going to start hiding the remote when she leaves the house.
Well, now I've got to hide your whole computer if you've got an Amazon issue and your phone.
Lisa DeWale.
I don't think she has as much of a problem as you did, though.
Yeah, well, that was the first thing we bought in a while. They got me thinking about it. Lisa DeWale, you two are my favorite. So positive and fun. I love all the tips and recipes. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us.
Barbara Perez, question: is it okay to use Crystal Light packets in my water? It depends on what kind of keto you're doing. We've definitely been doing like dirty keto this week. Here's the issue with Crystal Light packets.
Okay.
Is aside from that flavor, it's sweetened with aspartame, which I'm the first one to say I'm still drinking aspartame. I know I need to get off of aspartame. I need to get away from the diet soda.
Coke.
Yep. That is like my one vice. And I really will switch to Zevia's. I don't mind Zevia. You don't like it. But I've also done research and found that one of the people who don't like stevia, they don't like stevia because we have been drinking so many sweeteners and artificial sweeteners and things over the time. It's like affected your brain chemistry. But if you switch to just stevia, like over a period of time, like you will find that stevia is much sweeter than anything else you've been drinking. But
so
it's just
are you saying that my Diet Coke has caused brain damage over so many years of drinking it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're supposed to say no. Don't worry about it. I don't want to hear that.
But I would love to switch to only drinking Zevias, but I have such a hard time paying $5 for 6 cans of soda when I can go to the store and pay $2.50 for 12.
Brain damage, smammage.
But so aspartame itself is 0 on the glycemic index, but it's got other health issues. But the bigger problem with the Crystal Light packets is they are using maltodextrin in it, which is higher on the glycemic index than sugar.
That stinks.
So honestly, if you want to use Crystal Light, and Thomas DeLawler just did this whole video about like what the best flavor enhancers, water enhancers are. If you really want to use Crystal Light, I would switch to the drop one, the one that's kind of like Mio. You know, you can get Mio. I mean, they all have some issues, but they're flavored usually with sucralose. So it's better than aspartame. And there's no maltodextrin in it.
There was like a Kool-Aid one I saw that didn't have anything bad in it too, which was weird. I forgot what flavor it was.
Well, they all have, most of them are flavored with sucralose, which again isn't the greatest, but it's still a chemical like alternative sweetener as opposed to stevia or monk fruit. Mm-hmm. The best things are just, if you just want like lemon or something like that, the best thing to do would be to go get just like the liquid monk fruit, the Encanto monk fruit. I'll put a link down below. And put some drops of that in with maybe some essential oils or a little bit of flavoring or something like that, and making your own.
We found that one. It was like Sure something. Pure. Oh, that was terrible.
It was nasty. And it had no flavor.
It had like no flavor. I felt like I was squirting the entire bottle to make one drink, and it wasn't cheap either. Yeah. So bonus. Terrible and expensive. Loved it. Great.
But so my opinion is try to get away from the powdered ones. Okay. You know, again, I am not one to talk about aspartame. I know aspartame has some bad things. As far as keto, it won't affect your blood sugar or anything like that, but it's got a bunch of other problems with it. And I will get off of it eventually.
I can totally understand needing to add some flavor to some of that water. Trust me. This week in particular, I think that.
Okay, so I lost it. I lost where we are. Oh, there we go.
Lost it?
Okay.
It's official?
Nancy Anderson.
Hi, Nancy.
I'm watching you while on vacation in Italy.
How cool is that?
That is so cool. Well, thank you for taking your vacation to watch us.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
You gotta love technology. Love you guys for keeping it real.
We love you too.
Hope Davidson. Love your videos. Your keto pound cake was a big hit when I made it for my family. Awesome. Even the ones who don't do keto.
Now that's
how you know it's good. Like even Anthony liked that one.
I remember you made some cookies one time, and we had a family over, and the kids, were not keto.
They were picking those over the Oreos.
I know.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a big day. It was a banner day.
A lot of new people this week.
Welcome. I don't think we even said how many new people
welcome
we have.
to. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
The 92 new subscribers since our last Keto on the Couch.
Goodness. Thank you, guys.
As of the recording of this video, of course, as soon as I say this, we'll go down one, so it won't be that. But as of the recording of this video, we are at $8.99. So get ready for the 1,000 subscriber box because that should be within the next week or so.
That sounds like a shoe sale that I used to hit at Payless, the $8.99 sale, which Payless is going out of business.
So.
Now where am I going to get my cheap shoes?
So 92 since the last Keto on the Couch. We're 101 away from
our 1,000 subscriber box.
Probably by the time this video airs, we'll be like 80 or 90 away. So that should be within the next week or so. So start watching.
Yeah.
So this one's going to be good.
Yeah, good giveaway.
Christina Lakudis.
Hi, Christina.
Yeah. I listen to YouTube in the car too. I listen to you and Aaron, which is High Fat, High Fun.
Keto.
You are my favorites. You two are my favorites. I also listen to Keto Savage, Keto Connect, Logan Sneed, and several other keto-related YouTubers.
She's got your playlist.
She's got my playlist. It helps keep me focused. I would love to watch a live stream with you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for letting us be
part of those people.
Oh my goodness, that's a good lineup.
Laura Barrera.
Hi, Laura.
The boob stories are cracking me up and making me feel better. I'm 41.6 pounds down since January.
Wow.
I've been overweight all my life and decided 50 was the year to make a change. Just recently went to get, and I don't know. Oh, wait. I think I did it twice Just recently went to get remeasured for some new bras. Was alarmed at how one side is pointing down and the other was leaning to the far right. And I thought I would just stick them in my tube socks instead of a bra.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I love her. Like, that's awesome.
Colleen Kuda.
Hi, Colleen.
I love my cast iron. It took a lot of tears from what I'm doing wrong. But now my 10-inch, I can fry in eggs and they slide right out.
Nice.
I only own 2 cast irons and a stainless steel pot, no others. So it's basically all I use.
That's smart.
Yeah, if you season that cast iron enough, it's better than a nonstick pan.
And it sounds like she's having really good success, so it means
she's probably not washing it with soap.
that I'm not cooking on her cast iron. So
Sylvia wrote,
hi, Sylvia.
Enjoy another video of yours. As always, funny and honest. I love what Rachel said about you, Joe. Beautiful words, true expression of Rachel's love for you. Yes, I feel blessed. Amazing and unique. What a genius idea about the Zip Fizz containers. You're going to steal that for sure. That's, I guess, from Beth last week, right? I also like to eat at home. Sadly, I just don't trust other people prepping my food. We know they add stuff to the food. Also, hygiene is always a concern for me.
That's a good concern to have.
Yeah, we're not big out to eat eaters. It's rare that we do, and that's probably the biggest thing is I never trust what they're going in. I mean, like even last night we went to Chipotle, or I went to Chipotle, and I've heard rumors that there's like sugar in their guacamole, and I looked at a girl and I'm like, is there sugar in this? She's like, no. I'm like, are you sure you don't actually, like, you have to understand, like, if you put sugar in there and I eat that, like, I'm going to have to go on special medication. I need to know.
Yeah.
You know, so, and don't be afraid if you go out to a restaurant, like, yeah, scare them a little bit. Say, like, hey, I'm going to have a horrible reaction right here in the restaurant if you give me something and you told me it wasn't in there.
Yeah, I can remember one time, and I'm a pretty mellow chick. But Caleb was just getting on keto, and we had like to run through a McDonald's drive-through, and he had like kind of worked out sugar, but I was still letting him have like a Diet Coke.
Right.
And so we had been out, and it was really hot, and he just wanted a soda, and so we went through the McDonald's drive-through and got a Diet Coke, and he goes to drink it, and he goes, "This is regular Coke," and I thought, man, this could really set him back as far as like just doing the right thing. So I went inside that restaurant and said, hey, we asked for Diet Coke and you gave us like regular Coke, and this is a really big deal. And the guy at the counter made the terrible mistake of just kind of sloughing me off like, meh. And I said, hey, now my child is not diabetic. However, if he was, and this is a real
if that was your mom?
Yeah, then now we got a problem. Like, you need to think about this in terms of like somebody could sue you or something. So I mean, obviously I'm not going to, but I mean, you shouldn't have this lackadaisical attitude about it.
And my feeling is, if you are going out to eat, and we don't go out very often, but if I'm going out to eat, like, I'm paying you good money. Like, I want you to make it my way. And if you're not willing to make it my way, that's fine. I can go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I've worked too hard, like, on, my diet lifestyle and losing 100 pounds. Like, I don't want to go backwards because, like, you want to lie to me about what's in it.
Yeah, and, I mean, we have to be smart and savvy because it's kind of like, I look at companies now through the lens of Las Vegas. Like, what is their edge? What are they trying to do? So, like, why is there sugar pumps in the Starbucks drink? For no other reason except for you're going to enjoy it and come back. I mean, they're trying to bring you back. Why are they pumping out this smell of, like, charred grill, smoke coming out of Burger King? Because they're trying to draw your attention to it. Right. I mean, it's not just like for nothing. Like, they have a plan. They have a alternative, like, what would that be? They have a agenda. So, okay. So she also wrote, now I have to check that QVC show. Don't do it. It's a slippery slope.
She's like, I enjoy kitchen. I'm a kitchen gadgets person.
Thanks, Sylvia. I love Sylvia. She always comes up with just great.
Vivid J wrote, with all those wings that you bought, you should check out Headbanger's Kitchen channel, since that guy has tons of keto wings recipes. We will have to do that one.
And I saw on our Two Crazy Ketos family group that Vivid J is thinking about starting his own YouTube channel. So good luck.
I just spilled my drink all over myself.
Don't do that.
N, another great fun video.
Hi, Ann.
You do know, she's teasing me. You do know that Traeger grills are sold on In the Kitchen with David. She's like, I couldn't resist. We don't have one. We are a charcoal Weber grill people, and we have an electric smoker that we bought from QVC, and of course, In the Kitchen with David. Yeah, that's probably the same one we had. We had that, and then when we got our first pellet grill, I actually gave it away to somebody at church that wanted a smoker. That thing was awesome.
Yeah, it was funny. I was like flipping through the channels and I noticed there was like it wasn't In the Kitchen with David. It was some other thing. And I thought, yeah, see, everybody loves him. So they're wanting him to be on not just Wednesdays and Sundays, but like all through the week. Cause he's
right.
Amazing.
He's amazing. My Keto Sheen wrote, I was
Mike.
taking notes when Joe started giving me info on what type of smoker to buy.
We can get you a smoker, baby.
She said, Rachel, there is no TMI when it comes to our boobs. It's just like you say, things eventually happen.
It just does.
I too think it's crazy to spend $8 to $9 on a pint of ice cream, but given the fact that we don't eat out and we eat everything we make, we save the money to be able to treat ourselves to these pints of ice cream.
That's true.
I've also banned myself from QVC because they make it so easy to buy things and you end up overspending.
Yeah.
I would totally appreciate how to care for a cast iron that my hub scrubbed the soap away or scrubbed away with soap.
So basically, he's got Rachel syndrome.
Yes. Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Sherry Bachman. Rachel, don't get bummed about the new segment, meaning
So easy Rachel can do it?
We love that you can laugh at yourself. I plan to let my 14-year-old son use your recipes.
Oh,
he decided last night he wants to go full keto. Happy anniversary.
Oh,
that is awesome.
That is awesome. I love hearing about another kind of keto kid. And even if your kid doesn't go full keto, but you're just able to reduce the processed foods and switch them over to some different new recipes.
Right.
Nothing's going to hurt him.
Right.
Right. But you're going to get rid of some of those, processed foods.
Yeah. We're trying to make them super easy. I mean, we're having some fun with so easy that Rachel can make them, but the whole idea is they're super, super simple recipes.
Well, and I'm getting excited. At first I was a little bit like, but now I'm starting to cook stuff that people are enjoying. So it's really a win.
So my sister, Terry, wrote.
Hi, Terry.
Message being sent with both you and Keto Savage talking about counting calories on videos today. Yes. So we did that video. We had actually recorded it the day before. And
we didn't copycat.
As a matter of fact, Rachel's like, what are we doing? And I'm like, oh, we're just going to eat and sit down and talk. And she's like, I didn't even tell what we were talking about. And so we just started talking about it. And then I was editing it that morning.
Uh-huh.
And like, I flip on my YouTube and there's like, Robert's thing. And I'm like, wow, I guess great minds think alike, right? Both of us, obviously, because he does all his filming the day before as well, right?
Oh, that's neat.
And it's just like, obviously, like, it's something that people need to know. I know that, like, it's something a lot of people struggle with. And again, the intent of that wasn't be like, somebody responded with this great article and I read the article and I'm like, I agree with a lot of what was in that article.
Yeah.
But it was basically talking about how just cutting calories isn't the answer, because when you cut calories, like, your body will slow down metabolism, which is what we talked about. And that if you eat more calories, your body will speed up the metabolism to a point.
Yeah.
And you prove just cutting calories alone does nothing, right?
Wouldn't it have been nice
cut down to 400 to 700 calories, but when you cut down, your body will slow down. It's not just cutting calories. It's cutting calories. It is, what are you eating? How often are you eating? When are you eating? It's hormones, like what are your ghrelin levels, your leptin level? I mean, so it's a whole bunch of things. But the idea was really like, you can't over-consume calories and expect that like you're going to lose weight. Keto is definitely not a miracle that way. It's easier to cut calories on keto because you're eating good foods.
Yeah.
And you get full, but you still have to limit your calories. But more and more studies, like we talked about, are just showing like the best way is reverse dieting. The problem is we are living in an instant society and we want to see overnight results, and you're not going to get that with reverse dieting.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very slow but more permanent solution, because you're teaching your body to adapt.
You can't drive through the health drive-through and be like, I'd like a number 3, which would be like a really tiny butt and a skinny waist and, like everything then out. But I will say too, keto helps me stay on task better than any other diet, just because I'm not also dealing with like the inflammatory issues. When you don't feel good, you've got a headache. Sometimes it's harder to stay on track no matter what you're doing. It's harder to get up and go for my bike ride if I'm also experiencing pain in other areas of my body. But because I'm on keto, I feel good everywhere. So I can concentrate my efforts on just staying on plan with my diet.
Right.
That helps too.
So my sister wrote, okay, who eats ribs with chopsticks or a fork and knife?
A girl that's got to slow down.
Well, I was using a fork and knife. She's like, ribs are definitely hand food. Well, it's kind of hard when you're in the middle of filming a video, Terry.
You want to be like...
So she's like, I got rid of my Keurig a few years ago. Besides the cancer risks, the pods are completely wasteful. I agree.
True.
Since they're not recyclable, they're just like convenient.
Yeah.
And so she's like, but I started figuring it out. Like if you're using K-Cups, especially, and then we bought them on sale, you're basically paying about $50 a pound for coffee. And there's actually less caffeine in one of those cups than there is in a regular cup.
Stop hurting me, man.
So she's got the Ninja. So Gary Sippa, screw the manners, dive right in.
I'm going to tell you the honest truth. As soon as we clicked off, I like picked up one of those bones and started eating on the end of it. I will not eat bones on camera, but yeah.
You should see her eat bones.
It's ugly.
It's worse than the dog.
It's terrible.
Jason Butler, I use calories as my cheating tool instead of carbs. Yes,
Smart.
It's the best thing to do. That's what we
it.
do. This is the last one. Katie Walters.
There's Katie.
Just kind of worked out that way.
That's kind of beautiful, right?
Start and end with you, Katie.
Love you.
Or Katie, right? She says Katie here, but her name is Katie. So we're starting and ending with her.
Hearing it?
Yep. She's like, I have done OMAD since late October, and I find it very easy. I am lazy. I don't want to have to think about my food or prepare food, clean up afterwards. Plus, I don't want to spike my blood sugar more often. I think you have to find what works best for you. OMAD totally rocks for me.
My mom does OMAD.
Your mom does OMAD.
She does. And she loves it. And she's the same exact way. It's like, I don't want to mess up the kitchen this many times. I don't want to have to like clean up. I don't want to have to think about it. When I know I'm eating at a certain time, you know, she has like her schedule for the day. And when she's done all those things, then she eats. And when she's done, she has always been one of those people too. After she eats, she doesn't want to do anything. She wants to just like kind of lay down. So that's another reason why she wants to eat like later in the day and then just, you know, be like a chicken, go to the coop.
Yeah. I like OMAD. I mean, for us, we kind of switch it up. We did a lot of research like with Thomas Lawler and stuff, just like kind of switching up to never let our body get used to something. But I don't think there's anything wrong with doing OMAD all the time. When you're trying to maintain, especially for me, it becomes different. The reason they say be careful with it is because if you're one of the reasons people do OMAD is to be able to restrict calories.
Right.
But if you're trying to maintain weight, you don't want to restrict calories because you don't want your body to get used to eating that calorie. I can't eat 2,000 calories in a sitting very comfortably. I feel full and like disgusting later. So like I want to eat, even if it's like, I want to take that OMAD meal and eat it over 2 or 3 hours. Still one meal, but I'm going to spread it out. But a lot of people like to do OMAD like, I'm going to eat it in 30 minutes to an hour. I feel sick when I do that.
I can eat your 2,000 calories and my 2,000 calories and y'all's 2,000 calories at the same time.
Yeah, so we probably do OMAD like 2 to 3 days a week. And then we probably do like 2 meals like 2 or 3 days a week. And then usually Sundays we do like 3 meals. Because, well, we do like a coffee in the morning and then.
Just trying to tell our body like, you don't know what's coming.
Switch it. You don't know what's coming. So.
You just roll with it. Sometimes my body's like, no, I'm protesting.
Well, that is to this week's Keto on the Couch. And it looks like, wow, we got it under an hour before editing.
Explosion.
Wow, I'm proud of that one. So if you like what you saw, do us a favor and hit that like button on here. And make sure if you didn't, go to last week's Keto on the Couch. I will put a link to it up here and down below. Go hit the like button, so that I can give away that $50 gift card. Otherwise, I'm going to let Rachel go use it.
Oh my goodness.
So
get me a ribeye.
So yeah, go ahead and go hit the like button on that video. I mean, we've got 290 something views on it, but
thank you guys.
We're still waiting on some likes. So go hit the like button on that and tell everybody you know to hit the like button so we can give away that gift card. Yeah.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit the little bell icon here so that every single time we upload a new video moving forward, you'll be alerted to it.
Yeah. And make sure you check out our website at twocrazyketos.com. We've got some new content coming both there and to this channel over the next couple weeks.
Until next time.
Bye.